Yo, what's good, critiquer? Click, click. I blame genius. Now look, I already tried to break this down, acceptance speech, but I was wrong. I know I was wrong. I know it. So this is my unacceptance speech of how I broke down acceptance speech and it was unacceptable. I used genius here, and genius, this translation, butchered it. Alright, they butchered it. This ain't gonna cut it, alright? But what I did find on Genius, which I didn't see the last time I was on Genius, is Mithra has spoken. Mithra has spoken about this track. Now, let me read this. This is from Epik High's Here documentary. He says, Epik High is a group that's gone through many rises and falls. We've been through a lot. I think that's what made us. People see the glorious moments, but it's the difficult moments that made us. And I wanted to talk about that. Tableau came up with the title Acceptance Speech, and I really love the title. Even though the title doesn't seem to fit the song, it makes you think, why is it called Acceptance Speech? It makes you wonder. But that's what life is like. The good always come hand in hand with the bad, and that's what this song is about. I'm thinking he's trying to say, like, this song is about accepting that the good comes with the bad. So let's dive into the official translated lyrics, which, first of all, let me shout out the homie. Is it Marie? Is it Mari? Hopefully I'm saying it right. Let's say your at name. YVN Dong. Shout out to username YVN Dong on Twitter. They sent me the entire lyric translation from Tableau in the album. So this is Tableau's translation. So this is right. This is, it don't get better than this, okay? It just doesn't get better than this. Like Genius, they claim they're geniuses, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna read it and we're gonna break it down. So let's get it. If it seemed that I feel distant, first of all, let me say this is Mithra. If it seemed that I feel distant, don't you cross this line I've drawn as thick as my scars. Ooh, don't cross this as thick as my scars. Oh my God. The way he put that. I'm not gonna be fooled again because those blades underneath your smiles have left me bloody. I've seen it so many times, how people are two-faced, how people that were once family can become strangers at the end. It's about how much I'm worth to them. They buy my trust and sell it back to me as pain. I understand 100 times, but even one refusal is met with finger pointing. So I built this wall. What hurts more than my heart turning cold is how one by one people vanish right in front of my eyes. But I feel nothing and actually feel a sense of comfort. Maybe this is who I am. Now before I interpret this, disclaimer, this is just my interpretation and I am not a god. Also, Mithra already told you what it means. It means that the good comes with the bad. I think this song is about the fans that have turned their backs on Epik High. He says right in the beginning, if it seemed that I feel distant, don't you cross this line I've drawn as thick as my scars. As in, he feels like he's like put up a wall. And I love the comparison, as thick as his scars. It's because of his scars why he's putting up this wall, why he feels like he can't really trust his fans anymore. Not all fans, but you know, some fans. Fans that feel like they're distant from him. Like they feel like Mithra betrayed them. He's not gonna be fooled again because his blades underneath his smiles have left me bloody. What he's saying is the fans have the ability to destroy Mithra's career, to destroy Epik High's career. They might smile at the concert at him, but they all hold weapons. Like, they have the weapon of the internet and their words and their opinion. because, you know, enough bad opinion about the artist, that just means the career is plummeting. You know, he's saying he's seen two-faced people that were once like family become strangers. At the end, it's all about how much I'm worth to them. So I think he's saying that the fans only care about us when we put out good music. If we don't have good music for them to listen to, then they feel like they're worth nothing to the fans. They don't care about them, they only care about their music and their entertainment. And he goes on to say, they buy my trust and sell it back to me as pain. I understand 100 times, but even one refusal is met with finger pointing. The Fairweather fans buy his trust and make him feel like he can put out music for them to listen to, and they're not going to be rude to him about it, even if they don't like it, because he says they sell it back to me as pain. And even when he understands 100 times, like understanding 100 times why he got this comment or why he got this comment about it, you know, all these negative comment, all this negative feedback, he's saying one refusal, one time I'm like, nah, like your opinion is stupid, or maybe not even just like an opinion, just something rude that was said to him, is met with finger pointing. So what he's saying is, as a celebrity, he can't fire back at these people. You know, people can be rude to him, all his fans can be rude to him, and fans can treat him like shit. Fairweather fans can treat him like shit and just leave him and talk shit about him, but he can't fire back, because once he does, everyone's pointing fingers at him and making him out to be the bad guy. So what he's saying is, I built this wall. It feels like he can't really trust these fans anymore, these Fairweather fans. Like it's hard to release this music without feeling like he's got all this pressure and that, you know, his feelings could be hurt. And what he says is, what hurts more than my heart turning cold is how one by one these fans, these Fairweather fans, these people vanish right in front of my eyes, but I feel nothing and actually feel a sense of comfort. It's driving him crazy that he feels okay with these fans leaving. He's wondering if, like, maybe he should put down the mic. I think that's what he's saying. So like Mithra said, you get the good with the bad. The good is that he has a bunch of fans that love him and love their music, love Epik High's music. But the bad is that you have to deal with Fairweather fans and feeling like you can't defend yourself. Feeling like people can just say whatever they want about you, and the one time you try to refute that or just, you know, lash back out, that's when you become the bad guy. And that's true. Like, that's what people that are famous and have a big following have to do. They have to be very level-headed and just let people shit on them, basically. So on the pre-chorus, we got B.I. He says, dark clouds were clouds too. Now that I think about it, they're like me. Even a bitter smile is a smile, because we're living in a world with nothing to smile about. And then Tableau says, I did it for you. So for one, I want to say, I think B.I. is on this track because Epik High can relate to B.I.'s situation, dealing with being canceled or people trying to cancel you for stupid reasons. So dark clouds or storm clouds, the saying goes, if you have a dark cloud or a storm cloud over your head, you're mad or you're sad. So by him saying dark clouds were clouds too, I think he's trying to compare that to the fans that have left him. The dark clouds representing the haters, the ones that have left. They were once fans, but now they hate. I think by him saying, now that I think about it, they're like me, I think he's saying, like, he used to be a cloud, but now he's a dark cloud, as in he used to be happy, but now he's upset. But he might also be saying that his opinion of himself has changed, just like the opinion of these fans has changed. So he was once proud of himself, but now he looks down on himself. And even a bitter smile is a smile, because we're living in a world where there's nothing to smile about. The world he's talking about is this world of being famous. Being famous, it's a world of anxiety and kind of depression sometimes, because he feels like he's stuck. He's always gonna have this label over his head that he has to shake off. By saying even a bitter smile is a smile, it's like he's saying he's gonna look at the positives no matter what. And by Tablo saying I did it for you, I think he's speaking to the real fans, not the fair weather fans. He's speaking to the real fans. He's saying he deals with all this shit. He deals with all this negativity, all this bad shit that comes along with being famous and being a big musician, for these fans, for the ones that really love him and love B.I. also, that love them. So I also think B.I. is saying that he's coming back for those fans, for the ones that truly love him. He wants to put a smile on their face. Then in the chorus, Mithra says, if you can hear me, nod your head, because in this emptiness, talking to myself is tiring. Instead of pointing fingers, wave your hands for me. I'd like to stop walking, but I have somewhere I need to go. So I think Mithra's saying he wants to hear the fans and he wants their support, because he feels like he's alone. Like he's also thinking about maybe stopping music. That's why he says, I'd like to stop walking, but I have somewhere I need to go. So he's contemplating quitting. But, ultimately he feels like he's not gonna quit. And he's also talking to the haters and fair weather fans, the ones that make him feel like he's on thin ice, the ones that are pointing fingers, making him feel like shit about something, whether that's maybe they didn't like the music that came out, or whether it's some stupid scandal. He's saying wave your hands, like just leave me alone. Like, all you fair weather fans, just leave me alone. Like, I only want people that actually care about me to listen to my music. Then Tablo's verse, he says, I'm worried about myself each morning. I stand in front of the mirror and painfully put on this poker-faced mask after 17 years in the game. So he's saying he can't show his true emotions. And that's, like I said, it's because when you're a celebrity, you can't be outspoken. If you're outspoken, you're gonna get canceled. I peeled it off for a moment only to realize that my real face has become the mask. Everyone's afraid of me, this emotionless thing I've become, though they are the very ones who created me. He feels like he's kind of dead inside, like he feels like he's got no emotion. And he's saying everyone's afraid of me because I'm so emotionless, but they are the ones that made me this way. Leeches who fed off me by stabbing a straw into my chest are the first to say that my heart is empty. That visualization, bro, that imagery is crazy. So what I think he's trying to say is the fair weather fans listen to his music, the music that he put his heart into. He put his heart and soul into his music, and then they judge him and criticize him negatively and try to say his heart is empty, as in like his music isn't good enough. And then he said, damn right, everyone's wrapped head to toe in apathy. It's a cold world. It seems I was the only one who lived bare naked. Yo, this bar right here is fire. This bar right here is Think about this. Everyone's wrapped head to toe in apathy, which means disinterest. Like everyone's not interested. It's a cold world. It seems I was the only one who lived bare naked. So everyone is wrapped head to toe, so they're not bare naked, right? Everyone's wrapped head to toe in apathy. And what he's talking about is he cares about his music that he just dropped. Seems like everybody doesn't care about the music I just put out, except for me. Also, it's a cold world. I'm the one who lived bare naked. You wouldn't want to be bare naked out in the cold. And by him saying everyone a few times here, I think what he's saying is he feels like it's everyone. Like, you know, it's not everyone, but the fact that it's a bunch of people, and usually when something negative happens, you focus on the negative more than the positive. Taco Bell, it's not the time. You know, us as humans, we usually focus on the negative more than the positive. That's just survival instinct. You think about the negative things and how you can fix them. It's just wired in our brain. So let's go on. He says, now I can be anything I want to be. What doesn't kill me can only make me bleed. My breath fogs up the mirror, and as I stare at my blurry face, I realize maybe God and the devil are not two enemies, but a singular being with a split personality. Tableau, the intellectual. By him saying, now I think I can be anything I want to be, what I think he's saying is he feels like he can be anything he wants to be now that he's failed. He feels like he's failed everybody, and you know, he's just feeling really low. And he feels like he can just put down the mic, quit, and do anything else now. And by him saying what doesn't kill me can only make me bleed, I think he's saying he can learn from his mistakes. Then he goes on, my breath fogs up the mirror and I stare at my blurry face. I realize maybe God and the devil are not two enemies, but a singular being with a split personality. He's saying we all make mistakes. We're all born sinners. And then the pre-chorus and the hook come back. And then the outro, I'm coming home. If you're not gonna help, let me go. Stretch out your hands into the sky. The show goes on and on and on. I'm coming home. If you're not gonna help, let me stretch out your hands into the sky. The show goes on and on and on. So if you know about Icon, you know that they're saying it's showtime. So B.I. saying the show goes on and on and on. He's saying that he's coming back. The show goes on for him, even though people are looking down on him. Dumb reasons. He's talking to all the fans, saying, all the fair weather fans, saying, you know, if you're not gonna help, you know, if you're just gonna try to cancel me and talk shit about me, just let me go. Why even waste your energy on me? Just don't listen to me. If you don't like me, don't listen to me. So that's my revised interpretation of acceptance speech. If you guys have a different interpretation, please let me know down below. I thought this was beautiful. The lyrics here are just way better than Genius. I mean, if you want to check it out yourself, go ahead. But the translations on Genius, they weren't to this level, man. There were so many bars that you could not even see in that translation. But oh man, I love the way that Epik and Tableau are just so lyrical, and I thought this was just a perfect song for B.I. to come back to, because Epik can relate to B.I. They've been through some dumb scandals, so I think it was perfect. It's a solid track. It's got this real melancholy feel to it. The lyrics are on point. I think every time I listen to Epik, the lyrics are gonna be on point. You guys let me know what's next off of the album. Shout out to Mari or Marie. Hopefully it's one of those. I'm gonna have her Twitter in the description down below if you want to follow her. But just thank you so much for these translations. This is the only way I'd want to break this down. I wouldn't want to use any other translation other than the official translation that is done by Tableau. But I got a bunch of lyrics here, so I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever y'all request off the album now. So let me know down below. Also, make sure you guys join the Discord. On Discord, I'm gonna give away 10 free spots on Patreon for 2 months. So make sure y'all are there. I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm gonna give those away. Probably be sometime after Blackpink's The Show. So that's in like 2 days. So Probably in like a week. I would say like a week, 2 weeks, something like that. Maybe like Valentine's Day, because I love y'all. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, if you guys want to follow me on my socials, find the username on the screen. I usually tweet about upcoming reactions. So, I'm more active on Twitter than I am on Instagram. Kind of always been that way when I use socials. So. And if you like this video and you want to stay tuned for future Epic High reactions, don't forget to click. And I'll catch you on the next one. You stay classy. CriTiC out.